Okay, today we'll try to open one of these American locks. This one's 1100 series. Here's the bitting to it. The lock does work. I've got a 50,000 from Sparrows. I went ahead and bent it. Use the Peterson. That one's the Peterson gem. Start this one off on towards the back. We'll go to 5. See what we get on 5. Got to click out of 5. Go to 4. We're going to move it up. 4. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. Go to 1. Nothing on 1. Back on 3. We just got a little slight movement on 3. So the core moved a little bit right there. So we got a partial movement. Let's go to 5 again. 4. Nothing. It's kind of hard. So we may have pushed through one security pin. Now on 2. We've got counter rotation on 2. So I push up on 2. The tensioner's coming back towards the left. And that one seems like it just set. Now we'll go to 1. Nothing on 1. Maybe 2 didn't set all the way. Let's see if we can push it all the way through. Go parse it on it. There we go. There we go. Pushed all the way through. Now that we pushed all the way through, we have an open. So at 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Let's go lock back up. There you go. We'll go ahead and got it. Make sure we have it. That's 5 pins in there. So we'll take our screwdriver here. Take it loose. Drop the guts out. Move all this stuff to the side. Keep this here if we want. Here. Couldn't slide that. I locked it back up, so I don't have to worry about it sliding back or anything. So I'll get that C-clip off. See if I can keep it where it doesn't fly off on me. There it is. I could take the little needle nose, set that down here. The key, turn it 90 degrees. Take my little homemade plug pusher, push it out. I see like a syringe. There we go. Push it all the way through, so this end already pops all the way through. And here we go, and this is number 1 here. Number 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. 5 is here. 4 is here. 3 is here. And those up. Now let's go ahead and pull out. This will be number 1. One is a spool. Two is a spool. Three is spool. 4 is a standard pin with serrations on it. And last but not least, 5. I want to keep this upright. I don't want my springs ended up everywhere. Then 5. There we have it. One with a spool on the top, a little serration on the bottom, serrated on the key pin, serrated and spool, serrated and spool, serrated on the bottom, serrated, serrated, and then this one is serrated on 4 and 5 are serrated. Anyways, hope you like that. We'll go ahead and reassemble it in the next video. Okay, gonna continue on here. I'm gonna reassemble this 5-pin American Series lock. Just picked a little bit ago. It's 1100 series, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 3 spool pins in here on the top. So I want to reassemble this. Springs are inside of the Bible already. Front is here, 1 is here. So I want to go in reverse and put 5 in. From the back first. So 5 will go in here. You can probably see it down in there. And then I'm going to have this little notch here facing the bottom, and then the blank on the bottom is going to have the larger portion, and the open portion here is going to be so. I can stick the tweezers in here, push down on 5, and then slide it forward. Now 4. Now we'll go from the front, of course. Four, push down, slide forward. Now we're up to 3. Now we'll get to our fun stuff, the spool. So on the top pins, they're going to be flat on both ends. Both sides of this will be flat. This will be flat here, and then this end will be flat on this end as well. So it's the key pins, driver pins, bottom pins, whatever you want to call them, are the ones that are bullet shaped. That's going to be number 2. We're going to try to wiggle it up in here, maneuver it, have it sit down here. Give a little bit of coaxing here with the tweezers. There we go. Push that down in here. Slide it forward one more time. It's kind of slippery because there's grease and stuff gets on here as you keep pushing this. This plug keeps pushing out the core. The number 1 is going to be another spool, but that's just going to be a standard spool. Put that back in here. And now we're reassembled on that part. I can set this down and out of the way for a moment. Then for our key side, I said these are, say, tapered on the end. On this end here is tapered. And that will go down inside of number 5. Number 6 is not being used. Number 1 is here where the key enters. This portion is called the core. These are key pins, driver pins. They drive the top pins up. And when these are in the correct level, this will become smooth. And this will allow this to push and rotate. Push the pins up, rotate, and everything's aligned. I want to put the key in here. The key will line up the top portion of these key pins, driver pins. Sometimes you have to push them down a little bit, but it should be flush. Everything on the top here should be nice and flush. So on this, I don't have to have the key in. I'm just checking for alignment. In this portion of the Bible, you have the springs, and then you have what I just put in the top pins. They're here. We want to make sure this is not lined up with this, because otherwise as it goes in, it'll force these down, and I won't be able to slide this forward. Right now this will be smooth. This will allow me to slide this together. Once again, like a syringe, I'll just take and push it all the way through. And then at the end here, what I like to do is, this is the top portion. Now this is the top in the Bible. I like to rotate it till you hear it clicking. You hear everything clicking. Now it's locked in. Now I can't move this way, and I can't push this out of here. So now's the time to put in my C-clip. My C-clip on this portion, you really don't need a tool, just your fingers. And you can just push this back over here in this little slot here. There's a little slot here, here, and just slide it over it. That's it. Now once the key goes inside, the key should be able to turn. And I'll double check it again anyways. Now that we have the Bible, the cylinder, the C-clip assembled, we'll have this in here, and this orientation will be to the right. We'll slide the female side of this in here. This has 2 notches here. That'll slide in. Hold your finger here. Drop the screw, Phillips screw. Sometimes they come with an Allen head screw too. The older ones did. And then some are even pop riveted. Then you have to drill them out. That's another fun part. I did that to one of them. Matter of fact, I have it right here. I had to drill it out. Snug it up. I don't like to over tighten it. And then before we go ahead and lock it up, what I like to do is double check that key. Again, that it turns, close it, pop it, and you're ready to go ahead and start picking or use it in service, whatever it is. So that's the American lock, 1100, reassembled. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and appreciate any comments, and thanks for your time.